Okay, we're back. So, one thing I glossed over a little here, if I go back to this agent, in fact, why don't we do it? We'll switch. I'll do it with flows. I'll create a new flow, select a test project, call this test flow, give it a description. We'll keep going with Elliot, right? So this is my test flow. Again, the UI has some catching up to do. That's fine. Let's query. It's probably 100. Yes. I'll get rid of all this version stuff for now. We don't want this. Name, say ID as well. Right, okay, so we have test flow that I created on the test project, which has the ID of whatever that is. Is that like 1 million? Yeah, it's 1 million. Tying it to this project, what this actually means, it doesn't mean that it's enabled on this project. It means this is the project we use to create, update, delete, edit, everything like that, right? So you would give certain permissions on this project to people, to users, and this is how you would govern who can edit, who can publish flows and agents, right? And then you would go and you would add these two projects and two groups to be used. So this way you can have different permissions for who can enable, different permissions for who can create agents versus who can create code in a repository that uses agents. My wording on that's not the best, but I'll show you what I mean, and then maybe it'll click a bit better, right? So if we have this add to project mutation, which basically what I can do here is say add this item, so this is this one up here, to project 22, which is a different project to the one it was created in. Then what I can do, if I search for, yeah, there we are. So now we can see test flow is enabled on project 22, even though it lives in, let me see, project ID. It lives in project 1 million, but it is enabled on project 22, right? So that's how configuring, that's why we need some UX work on this to make it a bit clearer why there's a difference between the project that it's created in and the project that it's enabled on. You can also do this with groups and things as well. And then this gets even more complicated because you see this is configured, not enabled, because actually where are we? You've got this enabled thing here, so enabled is true, but like enabled could be false if you wanted it to be. So you don't remove it from that project, you just add it and disable it. It's a bit hard to wrap your head around. We should do something fancy with the UI to obfuscate some of this back-end complexity, I guess. But I do think it's important that we have the two projects, like one that it is created in and many that it is added to as well, because then you can do things like add, you can push an update in one place and then it just updates all of them, or you can govern them from a central location and have that governance go out to all of your projects in your organization or whatever it is you want to do, right? Like rather than have to do it on a project by project basis. Yeah, I hope this one's probably the hardest one to explain, so let me know if you need a bit more explanation on this one.